that out of there.
I mean, there's only one place to be, and it's right here.
You guys don't produce good enough content.
Enough of that crap.
No talking.
What does this mean? Don't quote me on that.
Don't we do a practice run first?
No.
Oh, baby. Yes, we are missing that.
Don't give those idiots
At the esports show.
any information.
Yeah.
No.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's not on. Yep, no, that's good. Oh my God.
Flawless.
And firm like mutton down in the corner for you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the esports show, where this show every week seems to really quickly deteriorate my mental state and prove that we have nothing to offer to the esports scene. My name is Matthew Judge Brand. I'm joined by Lewis T. Bogratz and of course Terry Badger O'Neill. We've upgraded the desk. We've got this here, and we've got some new tech that we're playing with. It's not really going to provide any better content, but at least we can say we tried.
So we get the golden trophy.
Yeah, we get the participation trophy for the e-gaming award this week, Lewis. Is it in the trash still?
I don't even know where the e-gaming
Oh, no, it's up here.
It's in our esports Melbourne.
Lewis, why don't you introduce our first topic, and I'll get the show ready.
I don't know, is there even a... Why did I come back? I think...
The show ran smoother last time.
I think that's the big question.
Oh,
sure.
God.
Well,
Here's your...
why are you listening to stuff?
I have no idea what you're on about.
Nope, are you watching the Division stream, or is that Rudism? He's watching Rudism while we do this.
Oh my.
All right, Lewis. Now that you've got your gaming award.
Right, first big story, to be honest, is why is Nutters called ESL Nutters?
That's a wonderful question. It's a wonderful question.
His Twitch name is ESL
I assume
Nutters.
it's because he's an ESL verified caster now.
Could be.
I mean, sure. I could take that so many directions,
I don't know.
but I just can't be bothered tonight.
Maybe he'll
Can't be bothered doing a lot
answer.
of things tonight. Let's be
We like
honest.
preparation, having a reasonable dress code,
Yeah.
tweeting out this morning that we actually have a show on tonight and the content's going to be on the show.
Having a
Why
new
am
desk.
I even here?
Having a new desk that I can see the monitor on.
Hey, look, these are great for people that have vision.
What if I stand up though? Okay, I can stand up, so CS:GO will be fine.
Yeah, see,
CS:GO
casting's
casting's fine.
Casting's great.
That's what it's designed for. It's not designed for this POS.
Okay.
You are allowed to say piece of shit. We should probably get into some content though. And Terry, as usual, we start off with you. It's OPL Grand Final coming up, and give us some insight.
Coming up. It's
okay,
big.
it's done.
It's been, this is not a rerun. So yeah, the OPL Gauntlet kicked off on the 23rd of the 3rd with Legacy Gaming 3-2ing Avant. Poor Avant. Second year in a row they've been knocked out in the first round. Then we got Legacy Gaming against Order 3-2 again. What's a bit of a surprise, especially Legacy, where they finished, considering where Order finished and Order's roster and money that got thrown at Order. And
No order up. No order up.
no.
Steve, that was a perfect time.
Well, at least brief him, for he can't even see us anymore. There's something in the way. What is happening here?
Oh yeah, no, we're boxing ourselves in with to be a content-friendly zone.
You left.
I've been
This is
away
your
for what?
fault.
I haven't been here for 3 weeks, and it's just fallen apart.
Yep.
Did we have it together in the first place? Sorry, Terry.
So,
Order.
Sunday we saw, so Order went down to Legacy, and then Legacy's dream run ended when they met the Chiefs. So Chiefs 3-1ing Legacy Gaming. Legacy winning. Jeez.
Why now? Thanks. I'm glad you found it, Steve.
Oh, God. So, Direwolves eventually walked away with the Gauntlet 3-2ing Chiefs, which had me actually screaming at the screen quite a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it was a bloody good Gauntlet, actually.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's pretty
Thanks. Any insights you want to offer on this season? We do have a
much. On the
piece.
season, or are we talking about the season, or just the Gauntlet?
The season.
The season.
Inclusive of the gauntlet.
Season. So I think.
Tectonic went as well as I thought. Bombers went as well
So
as I
you
thought.
thought Tectonic would come flat last? Did they come flat last?
Flat last.
0 and 10.
Wooden spoon.
They got 1 point though, didn't they?
They did, yes, 1 point. The other point
Yes.
they should get is just go back to developmental, please.
Oh, jeez.
So, to be honest,
Come on.
no.
Shit.
It's OPL, boys. Gloves are off.
That's savage.
Tectonic went as well as I thought.
Yep.
Direwolves went well as I thought. Order,
Okay.
I'm not surprised. So yeah, it's a pretty standard opening split for the year.
Okay. Do you think Order should have placed a bit higher than they did in their, what was it, third position with the players they brought on?
I would have expected them to finish a bit higher. Yes. What are you doing?
Yeah.
He's getting
trust
rid
me.
of the extra
doing
bit.
I'm being productive.
For once. Once a month.
Keep talking about OPL.
So no, Order I actually would have liked them to see them considering their talent pool, but at the same time, first rule split. So it's the opening split, so you never know what's going to happen. New teams, new teams, who dis?
The 1 point was against Avant.
Yeah.
Tectonics.
Oh, Avant.
Poor Avant.
You man.
Like, I love Avant. I really do.
No, you don't.
But
No,
it's
you
just
love
so
shit-canning on them.
easy.
It is too easy. It's like making fun of Donald Trump at this point.
Yeah. It's why comedians don't really do it as much, because it's why comedians don't make fun of Turnbull, because it's just too easy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, look.
No, accurate.
But thank you, Terry. Thank you for covering that.
Welcome.
Let's
Cool.
Now
So
that
what about Legacy? Did they do better than you think after
Yeah,
losing all their players?
They did actually do fantastically.
especially when you consider the caliber of player they lost.
Yeah, that is true. So
That's it. Well, especially like getting up to what?
Lost.
Fourth against and third with Order. You'd expect Order to be a lot better.
Yeah,
than
you'd expect the
Legacy on
skill gap to be huge. You'd want a similar skill gap. You'd expect it between, say, the skill gap between Direwolves and Tectonic. But no, we didn't get that. So no, Legacy did actually step up quite well during the gauntlet and the season. So
Yeah.
it was great.
Thanks, Terry.
You're welcome, Judge.
For those playing at home, Terry has done up a wonderful piece of his more cohesive thoughts. He had to sit down and wrote something up, and I'm yet to post it on the website because I'm a lazy slack piece of shit. So
He's a
I'll
uni
get that up in a moment. Or
No longer a
sometime.
lawyer, just a uni student.
Yeah, that's right. So
Ramen
I'm going to
noodles
get
and
that
things.
up sometime tonight, and you'll be able to have a read through Terry's thoughts on what the OPL season had for us. For now, what's next? What's next?
I don't know.
I can't.
The survey says
Okay.
the high school league.
Speaking about Legacy,
Yes.
the Adelaide Football Club is putting on their high school league.
They are. They've partnered with UniSA and Bastion Limited.
Bastion Live.
Live, yeah.
Yes.
Bastion Live are also involved with Avant. So it'd be focusing on League of Legends to start off with, straight off the bat. 4 states that are included are South Australia, Victoria, Western Australia and Tasmania, and our Northern Territory, one of the 2 that we have. So Nigel Smart was quoted as saying, connecting Australian high schools to the expanding global esports ecosystem is something we felt is really important. Esports has undergone extraordinary growth in recent years and is hugely popular with kids and young adults. Yes.
Correct.
So yeah, Smart also recognised the aspects of esports that transfer over to everyday life, like critical thinking, problem solving. So
Yeah.
it's nice to get some nice, normal, positive things said about esports, not that.
and all the skills being recognised that we lack on this show. So,
Yes.
look, I like the high school league that's being run. I like that Adelaide Football Club's behind it, bringing this in. They've always done really well on their grassroots initiatives as a club.
Yeah.
There was a bit of heat around this announcement, though, Lewis. Do you think it's worth us having a bit of chat about that? Did you see that? You've been under the radar in a way.
Which bit of heat? Was
was-
this the first? The first?
Yeah, the first.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just a little, probably slip of the tongue by AFC, and they may have not been aware as well.
Yeah.
But also, I think so those states that you mentioned, they are one division, then you have another division of like New South Wales, New Zealand and all that, don't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and so Legacy's running, or
One.
the Crows are running one.
Yep.
And the other one's run by...
John McRae.
John Gray.
Okay.
Who we know from Let's Play Live. So,
Yes.
and all those initiatives that he's got over there, over across the sea. So,
Yes.
yeah, no, I think it's good. The other thing, though, that just tickled me a little bit is the double dip that's happened here. That you've got Bastion as an owner of Avant Gaming,
Yeah.
who are now working with
Yes.
Legacy Esports owner Adelaide Football Club to make a high school League of Legends initiative. Like,
I think that's okay.
I
That's
think
good.
it's okay.
I think it's good. I think
but
it's
it's
good,
just,
actually.
Yeah.
it's just a little bit of it. Like, it's just different. Like,
You weren't expecting it.
no, and a lot of the time, I would have expected that a major owner of
Yeah.
an esports club would look to work with their already owned esports
Yeah.
club to do that. I understand Adelaide Football Club is separate from Legacy. I get that, but it's still a bit of a, I don't know, it's just like an anecdotal point that I'm just like, I kind of see the double dip a bit.
The double dip from who?
Bastion.
From Bastion, just sort of tagging themselves along.
Yeah, they're kind of like, hey, we own an esports club.
We're
but
getting on
we're
that.
going to go do an initiative over here with this sports club that also owns an esports club that competes against our esports club.
Yeah, I know. But,
Directly in multiple titles.
Yeah,
You know,
I-
like there's nothing wrong with it, but at the same time, I'm just like, it's just an interesting thing.
it's a bit weird.
You know,
You
I'm
don't
just kind of looking at
expect
it.
it.
I'm like,
Okay,
I don't really know what I think about this.
all right.
Yeah,
So I'm just going to wait.
I'm just going to kind of leave it there on the shelf.
Let it
Okay.
age a little bit.
Yeah, let
I
it,
think the only problem would be like just how dedicated they are to it, and
Yeah.
because communication between businesses like that can be quite difficult.
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So that's all I'd say on it.
Well, that's enough out of the high school league. Moving on though, let's go to Counter-Strike because we had the Let's Play Live Grand Final,
Yeah.
and
Yes, we did.
we love Let's Play Live. We love the people that they have there. But what did we have, Lewis?
What we had, what was the final?
It was
Greyhound and
Tainted.
Who did it?
Let's Play Live.
We do now.
Oh, God.
They did get our e-gaming award last week, and it wasn't,
did.
it wasn't on the show.
No.
So I thought we might put it on the show.
We're going to put it on the show this
I
week.
think we might put it on the show.
Okay.
It's in there. If
So this
our-
is the e-gaming throwback for last week.
Yeah, that was on the show, but can be.
Okay.
So if our wonderful producer has found it,
Please, wonderful producer.
Boom! That was an absolutely beautiful season.
We've just had a little bit of news that
Whoa, what's that?
Raz is coming in. Raz, superstar Raz, New Zealand superstar Raz is coming in. This is gonna be good.
It's going to be competitive nail biter.
Like they run into your crosshair, you just basically tap and there it goes.
Could even see teams such as Chiefs knocking them up there.
No, I think Greyhounds are going to wrap it up. This is
And
what you
15
get when you relax, boys. Greyhounds, respect. Come on, they're giving it to you now. It's going to be a real knockout. I think Tatum Mines are going to take it away.
Thanks you for watching this presentation.
Somewhat out aim them and out tactician them.
And Greyhound are the champions for the series. Woo! Congratulations. How are you guys feeling right now, especially since you guys been undefeated this whole tournament?
Actually, really good. That's pretty insane.
It's pretty expected, to be honest, but you know.
Give us a tweet or give us a shout out. Tell us how we can improve things, and good to see everybody. Giving us a yell, and I had fun tonight.
Counter-terrorists win.
this is the last clip, I think.
Now, we're not doing this to shit on LPL. Like, I'm going to point that out.
Well, we are a little.
Just
a little.
But it's a bit of fun. Like, they gave it a damn good go, and I think that's what matters. Like, they came out, they pulled out all the stops, they gave it their best, and they laughed at themselves.
they
The whole
saw the
way
funny
through,
side to it.
like, Amy's been really good, Miss Potter, she's been their
fantastic.
community manager, and she's quite good on the response. My favourite is the shorts. Like, I've done that all the time on broadcasts. Like,
Yes,
especially like when
yes,
we're
you
doing, back in the day doing webcam casts at home where they only see like nipples up.
Yeah.
You could basically just wear like a crop top and it wouldn't matter. But
And you did.
I've never stood up on broadcast and had my shorts show. Not to that extent where you see my inner thigh.
No, but it was just the short shorts. That was the thing. If they were shorts, like I've got shorts on that I'm quite happy to be on camera in.
Yeah.
And probably so are you.
Oh, so am I. They're right up a little bit when I sit down.
We're
but-
all okay on that, but just very short.
Very short. But we love the LPL,
It was
well
good.
done.
It was good.
They put on a great show. The facilities look amazing.
Oh, yes,
it does.
Especially, it was different seeing curved monitors for the players.
Yeah.
I was surprised by that.
I was surprised by that. Normally the spec is don't have anything over 24 inches, make sure it's at least 144 hertz and not curved.
Yeah.
So, but I haven't heard any complaints.
Well, they were looking at some curves on the monitors as well.
Yes.
Yeah, they were.
But stay tuned for Let's Play Live Season 2. Hopefully the Alpha Invitational. Maybe we move to Beta next season.
Maybe.
Voltrus has said we can skip this section and ESEA. Don't worry, we're not going to cover ESEA, just for you, Voltrus.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to cover that, do you?
No. And But he does need a copy of this montage, so maybe we need to put it available for everyone to download.
Well, yeah, it is on the Esports Show Twitter, but
It
if
is.
someone does want the full copy, I think I can give it out. Just put a T-ball watermark across it.
That's it. Do it. Just license it, team. Well, that's great. If anyone wants to use it on their productions, let us know. But look, more CSGO. There's plenty of it in the region. Looking back across the waters, we've got the ESL AUNZ champs going on, and it's still confusing, T-Ball.
Yeah, I mean, you got your 2 pools of 8. It was confusing enough the last 2 weeks of the CGPL champs.
Yeah.
Working out who can make it and all that stuff, and you'll look at it again, and now you put 2 brackets next to each other, and you just go,
nope.
No.
Elfish put out a tweet about this, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
He did. It was rather confusing, and I don't really want to go into that too much because that would take an hour to run through exactly.
And
where
we
it's
waffle
at.
enough on this show as it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. However, you've got the ESL Pro League closed qualifiers going on at the moment on good old Facebook.
Yep.
Yep.
I will say this. When it does look its best, it looks sexy. Like the overlays, the way they've done it, like the majors with the framing and moving.
Yeah, that looks
when
very nice.
When it looks great, oh my lord, it's sexy. But when it looks great is more the question.
What
when?
percentage
Yeah.
of the time is that? It's not a great percent.
For you, it's never.
Especially if you're on one of your mobile devices.
Mm-hmm.
That don't work.
See, but contrast, because I'm with a product that is massively overpriced and by a company that nobody seems to respect anymore, it was actually okay.
Okay.
So I had it okay on my device, but you might be having some troubles because you're Android.
My Android is not working. But I mean,
That's
if you're
right.
cutting out all Android users, that's not going to work as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, Order's playing Chiefs at the or Order's beating Chiefs at the moment.
Oh, that'd be great for their.
And Corvidae is beating Lucky 7. I think they may have allowed Lucky 7 back in with Moe as the... Oh, no, who was APOC? I think they were trying to use as a stand-in because they went, hey, guys, like the day before, they went, hey, guys, even though you've made the closed qualifier, you're not allowed to play because you've got to play under 16.
Is it a closed qualifier or is it just the online season?
It says ESL Pro League closed qualifier.
Okay.
So there's no season for this, I believe. It's straight into, I think then Monday and Tuesday, the days after CGPL, they have then like a double elimination bracket. It's, who even knows anymore what's going on with CSGO? But yes, APOC is in for Lucky 7 as the sub. So it looks like they've allowed, maybe they just had to default on that one. It's rather a mess again. Thank you for that one. So at 3... I don't even know. There's no bracket on here. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Fair.
You can watch that at the moment on Facebook. You can also watch the champs tonight.
Yes. And we'll continue to bring great quality coverage to the ESL Counter-Strike scene because we all have a lot of time.
So
much
we're at
time.
it. Let's talk about CGPL.
Well, should we talk about AEM first?
Actually, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, let's talk about AEM.
I don't know if Steve, I don't think I went and got it, but Steve should have on the computer sort of visions of the winners because that was awesome.
Does he have visions of the winners, Steve?
Did someone win? Did we make it to the end?
We did. Steve's asking if we made it to the end. Yes, we did actually complete AEM. There was a start, middle, and an end, and a team actually won.
It was a fairly long start, though, wasn't it?
It's offensively long
There
start.
was a start, and then there was an interim that was provided to the teams to make sure they had needed any adjustments between round 1.5 and 2. So look, it was all done for the benefit of the players.
Right.
Oh, God.
What? Oops. Yeah. Technical difficulties, but you know that's events as is.
Yep.
Overall, Riot Gaming were the ones to come out on top.
Yep.
Yes.
Which was a big feat.
And they beat Legacy in the final there.
They did.
Unexpected. And they were very happy. If we do have the footage, we should play that. I think it would be on that computer. I didn't brief or think about it beforehand.
Yeah, tonight's show is going to suck, guys. I'm sorry.
Well, what, for the 2 people watching? 12.
Oh, look at us go.
Added by 10. One of them probably me, one of them probably you.
Yeah, look,
Shut up, man.
There's 4 people watching if we don't count our families.
Yeah, I think, well, we're going to...
Well, if Judge would tweet in the morning instead of 2 minutes before the show.
Correct.
We are looking at change. I know if we didn't just spend the hour and a half before it cooking.
Yes.
But I think
wearing some of
we're
it.
going to go through a couple changes in the future.
We are coming up to some changes. Maybe that'll bring us some viewership. Maybe some quality content would as well.
That's an idea.
But I don't think we're going to have any footage. Long story short, AEM was another great season for Season 4, with the finals being held here at the Cyber Game Studios in Adelaide. We had casting this time from the studios. Season 3 was done by Conky Online. But AEM is on an indefinite hiatus at the moment.
It certainly is.
For those that aren't aware, AEM is a grassroots Counter-Strike competition run out of Cybergamer. It caters to basically teams outside of the top 8 teams in the region. CGPL being that top 8, you've got ESL that's now the top 16. So AEM looks to expand the scope of that and give some of the lower down teams, you know, CGM, CGI, even a couple of, you know, CGA if they could push up for it and get there. It gives them opportunities to play up at an event, at a LAN on stage as well. So unfortunately, there's costs associated with that, even with all the staff at CG volunteering time.
Esports costing money.
It does.
My God.
And esports has a significant problem in our region of money flowing in when there's money flowing out. So
there's a plumbing issue.
There is.
No money flowing in, or
limited funds flowing in.
I think the funds go very heavily into
a bucket,
3 spots,
yeah,
and then the rest get a trickle.
Yes.
And the people with the big money and use it ridiculously and
do stupid shit.
With it.
So essentially,
it's not that Lewis has bones to pick with anybody.
then it hurts everyone else.
Yeah.
He's
back,
there
ladies and
with
gentlemen.
the trickles.
Yep. Because they're left with the trickles with the good ideas.
Yeah.
That's a discussion for another show. But AEM is on a hiatus at the moment because it's a commercial thing. CG loves putting it on because it's an opportunity for grassroots. But you know, you got to be able to balance that. You can't have too many expenditures when the income doesn't match.
No. Also, it's hard to market for not top tier.
Yeah. And it will not only because it's not top tier, but what sponsors really want to be pushing on the grassroots level? Like that, honestly, that's my question.
Yeah.
Because they don't.
What sponsors are with the that League of Legends one? Has anyone sort of
The
gone
high school
into it?
league?
The high school
There's the high school league. There's the AEL stuff. I mean, they've got OVO.
OVO Mobile
sponsoring
is a broadcast partner.
But that's the uni league.
Yes.
Or the high school league.
Correct.
Like, who's sort of sponsoring that, Jazz?
Nothing at the moment. It's kind of just being organised between Riot and Adelaide Football Club, as far as I'm aware. So
yeah.
Right.
Volt asking has provided us with the link in chat. Steve wants to play footage, but other than we didn't have meme footage, we're actually being nice about this and wanted to play some heartwarming footage. It's kind of that whole the news, the way you structure the news. You have the bad stuff, you had some good stuff sprinkled in there. So no.
Yep.
But other than that, AEM, we're sad to see it go for a
Sad to
while.
see.
Hopefully it'll come back.
Carmody was trying to sort of work out where the scene was at. If grassroots would be happy to fly over to play something for limited prize to no prize money, that kind of stuff. So hopefully sort of they can work something out, maybe in conjunction with Cybergamer and AEM as well.
That'd be good.
There's grounds for something to happen there.
There's-
But it's very difficult, especially the loss that it was under.
And there's a lot of questions about, like, can I just say, like, while there's a need for suggestions, especially because Michael was asking, you know, targeting certain demographics to ask, you know, would you come for a lower prize pool? Why do you want to attend AEM or a similar event? What's the incentive for you? Is it the money? Is it the experience? Trying to get it on balance, you know? Because if you can lower a prize pool and save costs that way, you beauty.
That'd be great.
But, like, there's certain things, like if you're looking at AEM specifically, change of location is not going to help.
No, it's not, because
like,
then you just
it's not. This venue is free.
You just have other people complaining.
Yes, and
That's
this
all will
venue, like in terms of saving for venue costs, and here's the vision. Good, just the excitement on the boys' faces.
Yeah. This is what it's all
it's
about.
great.
Not the Legacy guys. Don't look at that.
No.
The Riot guys.
Don't look at Legacy. But,
They were absolutely stoked. It's what you want to see.
Yeah.
It's the joy. It's the happiness.
But long story short, like I understand the thought process behind maybe a venue to lower venue costs, but this studio is leased yearly. It's here for Cybergamer and AEM. It's like, yes, okay, there is a cost associated with running it with electricity and data and stuff like that, but it just wouldn't be being used on that weekend.
No, compared to hiring a venue.
That's right.
And getting into that venue, nightmare.
Flying over equipment, setting up that equipment, so you've got to be there earlier. You've got to have staff to do that, even if staff are donating their time. Like, it's...
takes more than you think.
But Dibs has got a great suggestion. Officeworks, they've got leasable storage and...
they do have the free conference rooms.
The free conference rooms, so we could just run LANs at several Officeworks around Adelaide.
It's almost like a PUBG setup.
Maybe,
Zemo, PUBG.
Oh, he's onto something.
Maybe they're in partnership with Officeworks.
So Dibs is the new innovator of the esports scene, and we should... I love
Dibs, take it away.
Yeah,
it's
Dibs,
all yours.
thank you. Why don't you come on the show? You've probably got better insight than I do. But
Anyway,
yeah,
let's just jump
we've got an instant news though. We've been flagged. Do you want to do this now?
Do we want to go? Is this starting the rumour mill?
Oh, God.
Oh, do we want to start the rumour mill later?
Do you have the same instant news that I have?
The same instant news from a popular caster that's been a staple of the region that just got a tattoo of a fox.
Oh, that guy.
I don't know if he got a tattoo of.
He
I
did.
don't know about
he
that.
got a tattoo with piercing blue eyes, just like mine.
Works for Order.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that too.
Okay,
so I think
let's do that now.
I think we can just start the rumour mill.
Oh, prepare for rumours to come through. And
We really need like a transition for this.
we need something to flash up, like a spoiler alert. This is just like a rumour.
Yeah,
warning.
we don't. Yeah,
None of this is credible information.
Nothing that's on this show is credible information.
Complete speculation.
Okay.
But Spawn from Order is looking to find out more about the fighting game scene.
Oh, I love the FGC. Like, that's not even me memeing. I love the FGC.
Yeah, it's actually good fun.
Yeah. So the rumour that you can sort of drag out of that is they need Street Fighter players. Why would you need Street Fighter players?
Why would you need Street Fighter players, T-Ball, when you've got a CSGO team but still don't have a Rocket League team yet?
Because you'd probably be looking for a Rocket League team too.
I wonder, that could be for something that maybe we've been reporting on this show and really just want more information about.
To infinity and beyond.
Maybe they'll be called the Brisbane Order at some stage.
Maybe. Maybe your crowd investment's going to be worth something.
Actually, I got an email today.
You did get an email today.
I did, and they're holding some information sessions.
Will you be in attendance?
Actually, if it's around IEM time, I might go to the Sydney one.
Okay.
18th of April. There's a chance I might actually get to that.
You could make that. Yes, you could make that.
I think so. When's IEM? That is
in May.
Yeah.
Yeah, May. Just go to the next one. Is it May 5th and 6th?
Yeah, 4th, 5th, 6th.
Okay, we'll still be in Sydney, 12th, 13th.
May the 14th, or did you say April the 14th? Because I swear you said April the 14th. Just
May.
You may be there in May?
I may have said April.
You did?
Was a pun.
Terry's just caught with the May.
I don't know.
In May.
Maybe that Sydney event looks good. Maybe I'll head over to it, see if I want to invest my $50 to $99.
Maybe.
But it's a good thing. It looks really cool. They're confident they'll get to the IEM Sydney through the qualifiers, which they'll get through that.
Yeah. Dash has just said it'd be hilarious if they were called Adelaide Order just for us.
Spawn's there like this. Come on.
No, I think Legacy's probably going to have that wrapped up.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm thinking like Brisbane Order.
Brisbane Order.
This is all complete. We have no information.
Townsville
on
Order.
this.
Yeah.
There you go.
We have no information on this at all.
Not at all. But it's great fun to speculate.
Well, what else can you do with Gfinity stuff?
Yes. Moving on, though, gentlemen, what else have we got? Sorry, show me this.
Why don't you bring your own stuff?
I was here working all day.
Why didn't you bring it with you? You knew you were going to be here tonight.
Yeah, well, I figured this would work.
It's working for me.
And it's working for me. Moving on, though, CGPL is starting up this weekend for the finals.
Yay!
Tomorrow we've got Media Day with the teams where we pose them in all sorts of different scenarios. But put them in all sorts of different photos and get them prepared for what is the finals berth Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to make them do a bit more because we're going to make it look very nice.
Maybe.
Nice.
But it's good. So the team's coming to land, Lewis. Why don't you run us through this? I know, but I just like listening to you talk.
So we have the Chiefs.
We do.
Wow.
they're the first seed for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Darksided and Corvidae
Yes.
coming in the 2 and 3rd. And we got Taboo.
Yes. So Greyhound isn't attending the
No.
LAN.
No AV?
No. But because Greyhound isn't attending, Taboo is taking up that spot.
Yep.
August was above Taboo on the rankings, but couldn't make it. So Taboo has filled up, and they will be making it to LAN.
And they were the only team that is attending to take a map off the Chiefs.
They are. So that was Cobble in week number 5.
It was a late week, probably week 6.
Week 6?
Yeah,
Yeah. So it'll be a good event. For those who are based in Adelaide, are going to be in Adelaide over this weekend, send me a DM and I'll give you free tickets. There's about 12 of you in chat, and I don't think any of you actually live in Adelaide, so pretty confident in that. But we just want to see people come down here to CGPL. So anyone based in Adelaide, come on down. It's a local event. Maybe? Thanks, Terry. I love your unwavering support for the place that lets us shoot this show.
Thank you.
But other than that, that's, I think, CSGO done for tonight, for now.
Yes.
Until we move to bigger news.
Yeah, so big news, Saturday, Sunday, if you're in Adelaide, come to the studio.
Sounds good. I
Watch
like that.
We'll put on barbecue for you. Well, I will.
Maybe. I mean, I don't think the barbecue used today will service that many people.
Have faith.
I believe in you.
I don't.
Cook it and they will come.
He turned 1 shazlik and 3 sausages to feed the thousands. But Throwdown, of course, have had their RLCS qualifiers running. Lewis, this is your forte with Rocket League. You follow it devoutly.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
I mean, they're still going. Chiefs are undefeated in it.
What the hell?
Good one, Jeremy.
Biro, just turn that off. God damn it.
Yeah, they're still going along. There's still a couple of weeks in that. I think still 2 more weeks in that.
That's production track.
They run on Sunday mornings.
Oh, son of a bitch, that's mine.
It's not. It's kind of like Contenders, where you want to watch it, but it's not at the time you want to watch it due to NA hosting and whatnot.
Yeah, makes sense.
But it's.
That was Terry's phone that was going off.
Phone.
Do we have results, or we're just not prepared this week?
I don't have the specific ones. It is ongoing. It's on Throwdown TV.
Yes.
It's Twitch.tv.
.tv/.
Well, last time.
Or for those at home, /.
Honestly, the last time I went to find information about the league, I couldn't find it. It wasn't on their website. It wasn't on their Twitter. It wasn't on any of the casters' Twitters. It wasn't on Wikipedia. What is going on here? And so I've kind of just gone, well, stuff it, to be honest. But
He's like, you know what? Finding this information for unqualified journalism's too hard. So just stuff it.
Well, I think people are aware that in the chat, because they do follow it. I have been a little bit preoccupied with life at this stage.
That is true.
I don't think any of the 3 of us has really had time for the show in the past 3 weeks.
Nah.
You especially, with life coming into life.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
Stop blaming your problems on females in your family.
Well, just because it's full of females in my family. I now call my house the Estradome.
And what a great segue into the IEM Sydney news.
Oh, for God's sakes.
That was just... Oh, man, I feel bad, but it felt funny. Have you found any Rocket League news and results, Lewis? Or
well, let's see if it's easily found. Look, we'll put out a link. I'll just as a nice thing to throw down, and especially Yummy and Dover and whatnot. Yummy Cheeseman does a great segment each week on YouTube.
He does.
And he breaks it down. Everything. So there's no point in me talking about it. Yummy Cheeseman already has. So
shut up, Steve.
So I'll tweet that out.
Okay. Personally or from the show?
From the show.
Cool.
Not both.
And then I'll retweet it personally.
Yeah.
And you can check it out there. I mean, we're powering this. I'm actually stepping down from the power rankings for Rocket League.
Yep. Oh, Hysterics has just put the standings in there. Hysterics is watching our show.
Incredible.
Here you go, buddy.
Lovely.
So we have got it there.
Cool.
So Chiefs 4-0, Legacy Dark-Sided 3-1. Tainted Minds at 2-2. So they are the top 4 in the region. You expect them to be up
Likely
there.
to stay there as the top 4.
Yeah.
And then everyone else is 1-3.
Rough.
Yes.
So there's still this. They'll play 7 matches, 7
They
best
will.
of 5s. Chiefs will go through. I think it is the best, the top 2 going. Maybe Historics can clear this up as well because Liquipedia says 4 are going, which I don't think is the case.
Wikipedia says a lot of things, though.
Yeah, so that says that it's exactly the same as NA and EU. I don't think that is the case.
Sure.
Maybe you can clear that up. But yeah, I'll link Yummy Cheese Man's
He's been doing good content.
stuff. He's been doing very good content, breaking it down. And
Yes.
yeah, it's lovely. But yeah, watch Throwdown TV for the Rocket League. I don't think there's any other there's no other Rocket League.
No.
We were looking at, so
Literally or figuratively?
no, like literally.
Literally.
Wow.
We were watching, there's some ESL stuff. There's Throwdown Cups and there's ESL. And there's probably the Gfinity scouting tournaments.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which
cool.
is like pug teams for teams that wanted to get into the teams that aren't.
For elite draft.
Yeah, for teams that don't exist.
Yep.
Not sure.
We're about to do our $3,000 final and there's no other Rocket League.
For broadcasting.
Oh,
We're about to do our $3,000 league final.
This just in, $3,000 final going to CG.
yeah, so we've got that going. That finished up. Well, there was
We're
no.
about to do the finals, you win.
I said at the moment. Like,
Yeah.
that's not the
Exactly,
next.
at the moment.
That's not this week, is it?
As we speak, it's happening.
I thought that was running on
He
like a
works here.
day in like 2 weeks.
Take 3 weeks off.
I think.
You know it's going to be bad for production to leave their truck.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Chris, formerly Aussie Loser, now Chris the Average, has posed the question in chat, why didn't this show win awards?
Well,
we
I
know
think
exactly why. You're
yeah.
watching it.
So
Yes,
I think
as Steve has aptly pointed out, there is, of course, the Cybergamer Open Ladder Rocket League with the $3,000 prize pool
There
that's
is.
going on at the moment for finals.
However, yeah, the regular season's closed.
Yes.
I thought the finals was ODC.
Oh, it's not?
Well, that's
I think Steve screwed up.
so I'm getting blamed here.
Okay, it's still our fault because as unqualified journalists, we should probably do our research. So, regardless, we're talking about Throwdown. Thank you very much, Throwdown, for having great Rocket League action as always with the
love you.
RLCS qualifiers. And thanks to Hysterics for doing more research than us. You can make
Not
sure you
hard.
tune into the Throwdown RLCS qualifiers, twitch.tv/Throwdown TV. Moving on.
Now I think
Oh,
I'll
God.
just
Shit.
jump in there. So the online
I
finals,
thought the war was over, man.
the online finals is listed for the 11th of April at 7 p.m. So that is next Wednesday.
Yes.
All right. So it's not like sort of an ongoing thing. That's
Okay.
what it's listed for.
Okay. Well,
If that
slap-
does change now because of confusions or whatever. I mean, the season didn't get as much traction as would have liked,
No.
which is again surprising because there was not a lot of tournaments. There was ESL, Throwdown Cups, and Throwdown, and a little bit of Gfinity.
Yeah.
And so there wasn't the traction we would have liked to have seen out of that, which again is surprising. It just feels like the scene's not playing as much anymore. We looked at in the last 5 weeks, since the Throwdown Open Cup,
Okay.
top 4 teams, none of the top 4 teams have played each other
Right.
in competition
Ooh.
over 5 weeks. That is a long time.
It is. That's a majority of a season in literally any esport.
Yes.
Like most seasons in esports are a 7-week league pushing on to a break and then a finals.
Yeah.
So, oh God, Steve's memeing us.
That
Goddamn production.
He says keep going, don't worry. Yeah, look, it is a risk. You're holding the trophy backwards.
I have to read it.
Moving on because I'm sick of this Rocket League discussion.
Okay, yeah, the
Tainted
recent
Minds,
finals.
shut up, Lewis. Tainted Minds are back from Romania. They did okay. They came 15th out of 16. They managed 2 second places. Didn't get the chicken dinner for PUBG while they're over for PGL.
But 2 seconds, did you manage to see it live?
I did watch some of it live, yes.
Yeah, I mean, they're second places.
No, I didn't see their second places, unfortunately. I watched some of PGL, but didn't catch the matches.
Yes, their first one, well, both of them, they got really, really advantageous circles.
Okay.
Okay. The first one, sort of, it happened down the military base, down the bottom island.
Sosnovka, yes.
So they were just below that.
Okay.
And everyone was hiding out in the base, and then they had to come out to the plane yacht.
Oh, right. Okay.
So they managed to get quite a lot of picks. It come down, they really could have got the win there, just a little bit outclassed in that last 2 teams.
Right.
Second one, it's part in the base where there's bunker.
Yes.
Yes, there's several bunkers.
Yeah.
So one, I don't know which bunker, saying I'd come in late.
Yeah.
There was a bunker in an open field, and there was one player left from TM.
Okay.
And he just stayed in that bunker.
Yeah, he rank tanked.
And the circle just kept leaving him in it. And in the end, all the other teams mocked themselves out, and it was just FaZe Clan versus the one dude from Tainted Minds in the bunker. And he was just trying to wait out until that point where, like with lightning strikes or something, and it just randomly...
So it's the final circle, it collapses on itself.
Yep.
So it comes down to a point of play, where it is the final circle of play, and then it will collapse in on itself, and it deals massive damage.
Yep. So there was a huge standoff because FaZe didn't want to push because he just held the line. So they didn't want to push, but then in the end, after like a 3-minute standoff or something, they just went, screw it, let's go for him, and took him out.
Right.
But yeah, so I mean, it wasn't the most exciting way to get second place, but they got it. They finished 15th in the end, but they did really well.
Yeah.
Well done to Tainted, and they took some great photos. And
We've got a clip of that as well.
We've got a clip?
The production was odd.
Okay.
Okay, this was PGL.
Yes.
So, I mean, they had their desk. I put a tweet up about that saying, is this the best thing ever? And everyone went, no. Because they had the battlefield and, like, chickens they'd put on it for chicken dinners and try and meme on that desk.
Yep.
But I do have a clip here. It's called One Microphone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just play the clip.
Adapt and overcome this. Throw the mic. Oh, okay, sorry. Here you go.
There it is. Look at that. We're coming in hot already. That was a really nice cut, though. It was perfect. Like right into my hand. It's absolutely perfect.
You got 8 dudes there.
8 dudes, 1 mic?
8 dudes, 1 mic.
Okay, enough said. But regardless, it was a great competition. PGL had some really good production. One of the coolest things they had that was pointed out to me, Josh TM from Tainted Minds, their community manager, coordinator, I forget his title because he does a lot for Tainted. He pointed out they had a second stream that was just the mini-map full screen. They had a completely separate second Twitch channel for it.
They had a lot of streams.
Yeah.
They had a stream following each team.
Yeah. Unreal for coverage.
Yeah. So you could just watch, so you go, hey, I want to watch Tainted Minds, and you could just watch their stream.
Yeah.
Which was awesome for that one where he hang out in the bunker, because you just watched him in the bunker.
Yeah.
But it was really good to have those things. I mean, you need to be able to put out, was it 16 streams? 18 streams.
18 streams. Which is just nutty.
And multi-language ones if they do that as well.
Yeah. So the production was insane. Well done to PGL for pulling off a great competition. And good to have Tainted Minds home. They're back competing in the CGI squads. That's happening every Wednesday night.
How'd they do on Wednesday?
I think the highest they finished Wednesday out of the 3 matches was 5th from memory. But they've been putting some kills on the board as well, which helps with those extra points. So it's been good play from them, but I think it's been unlucky RNG for a lot of these circles as well.
That's what happens in these
trash
games.
last night,
Yeah, so they're doing, they're top 8, Steve? They're exceptional according to Steve, given 30 seconds. I can fill for that time. So well done to PGL, well done to Tainted Minds, good to have them back. We saw some great photos of them on Twitter, hanging around a Dacia, playing with some firearms that were there as well. Mock-up content, it was great. Hutto was over there, did some amazing work with the team too.
I may have actually thrown a clip into the drive of some, I don't know if I did put it in, I might not have, but they actually had this bit with someone kitted up, running around yelling like... I don't. Yelling like a... army dude. Is that the technical term?
Yes,
soldier?
Sure.
The above soldier, the one that yells at the soldiers?
The sergeant.
Sergeant, yeah.
As you saw, we just had the stats there that while Lewis is trying to find what he's talking about because we don't have the content to play you, so he's going to describe it. But this is the season standings for the Cyber Gamer PUBG CGI squads. At the moment, Carnage, after last night, are smashing it on top. 1,300 points, 61 kills.
Yep.
That's almost doubling.
Yeah, nuts.
Fantastic.
Those guys have been playing very well. Grabbing, I think they've got a couple of dinners in there for that point standing, but 61 kills is just huge. You know, 370 points ahead of second place is a big deal.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, that kind of buffer is what can save you. If they can manage that kind of buffer the whole season, they'll be sitting there right until the end. So. You know, well done for Tainted Minds over in Romania in PGL. They're trying their best now that they're back home. And make sure you tune in for Cyber Gamers PUBG CGI squads. They're Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and you can catch them on CGTV_main. For now, let's move on because we're taking up way too much bloody time. This one is a controversial topic.
We haven't got your gavel out, so it can't be too bad.
No, because I sit on a side that kind of thinks this was perfectly fine for a multitude of reasons, and the blame was pointed the wrong way. But we want to talk about Zemo, an event coming up.
Yes.
Lewis, do you want to take the point on this one and talk about it?
I'll
give us the facts?
you start it off.
Okay. So long story short, Zemo, we've been talking about this PUBG event. The first time we brought it up, we had no idea what was going on. They'd been scrambling on Twitter for people trying to find information. Then information was released, but it was hard to find, all sorts. And we don't have the time to put together a cohesive show with information that's easy to get, so we didn't have bugger all.
Well, one of the things, that's a big thing in esports. Information's hard to find.
It is.
I mean, if I don't spend 20, 25 hours a week, this is what the show ends up at.
That's right. So, but we got some information and it cleared up. So Zemo, it's $150,000 Australian prize pool. That is actually the biggest prize pool that's been in PUBG globally so far.
Yep.
Because 100,000 US, which is what PGL and Starladder have been, is...
And IM?
I believe so, yeah. That, at the time that Zemo was announced, only equated to about 128,000 Australian. So this is the biggest that's been there globally. It's only open to APAC. So there's some Asian teams that are involved, and there's 2 Australian teams that will be playing at the Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Centre on the 25th, 26th, 27th of April. So starts on Wednesday, Anzac Day, plays for those 3 days.
Yeah, over Anzac Day.
I know.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of organisational issues because apparently all of the Asian stuff went really smoothly, as you'd expect being run from a Chinese company. It went well. That's their, you know, we expect them to be able to do that in their own demographic.
Is that their official story?
Well, that's kind of my assumptions here, to be honest. How I feel. But then it's kind of had stuff-ups, and there was a lot of tweets and twit-longers about the qualifiers for Australia that were held here in Sydney. Now, they were LAN qualifiers.
So they had the qualifiers in Sydney.
Yes.
But the finals in Melbourne.
Yes. And the qualifiers were done across several LAN cafes in one LAN chain. But the main issue came with, again, people throwing around the phrase conflict of interest. And I think some people's personal preconceptions and dispositions came into the mix when they were talking about it. Because what's gone on is, as we've seen this come over into the Australian space, people have put their hand up to help out and say, I love PUBG, let me just help you out. I know the Australian esports scene. And they've been helping out. Of note is several members of Athletico. So we've had Shots, the GM, put his hand up to help out. We had Mangi, who runs Where ADV, put his hand up. And they're trying their best. They're trying to facilitate something where there's a clear language barrier that is very last minute. The issues that came up, Greyhound called the LAN cafe and asked to book a room. Book one of the private rooms so they could play that for the LAN. And the internet cafe advised them, you can't book rooms. for this weekend, this event. You can't book rooms. Okay, cool. Well, then Greyhound rocked up on one of the days. And
So they rocked up super early.
And one of the rooms was free. You know, they've
So
jumped on the
they got-
computers.
yeah, 'cause they
because
rocked
they were
up
told you can't
to
make
get
a
it.
booking, right?
Yeah, so get in early, yeah.
Not that
Makes
it's
sense.
booked, but you can't make a booking, right?
Yeah.
So they rocked up and just grabbed the computers. But then later on, they're told that, oh, Atletico's booked this room, you're going to have to move. And so, like, hang on. You know, and then there was allegations of point fixing as well, because Shots stuck his hand up because they didn't have any scorecards going to actually do the scoring. And so Shots put his hand up because he was there, and he's like, look, this is the scorecard, the way you do scoring in PUBG. Like, do this. If you need help with it, let me know, because he wanted to facilitate the event. There was, heaps of Twitters. Unfortunately, you don't have it all collated, because there was a lot of information and a lot of shit being thrown back and forth.
Yeah.
But ultimately, from where I stand, don't blame Shots or Mangy at all.
No.
All they are guilty of is trying to help, and
Yeah.
maybe that is a lapse of judgment.
Yes.
But ultimately, point the blame at Zemo. It's their event.
It is.
It is the largest PUBG prize pool we have had globally.
Yep.
Yet none of the major event hosters globally are running it.
And you got no admins.
Other than the people that have stuck their hands up to help out. And I commend them for doing so.
Yeah.
They put themselves. The thing we use at work is the care policy.
Yeah.
Cover arse, retain employment.
Yeah.
All right. So this is where they were helping out, but they weren't covering their asses.
Exactly.
All right. The only thing that I wasn't a fan of that Mangy from Atletico stated that he did was and I don't know if this was the correct wording he wanted to put in there,
Okay.
but he put in that he, with the admins that were speaking Chinese that couldn't communicate, he with them discussed what an appropriate ban length would be for a VAC ban.
Yes.
That's about the only thing I find inappropriate.
Yes.
I also, and I don't like, I get that this is how it had to sort of happen, but I don't like that he was the one telling other competing teams that their players were banned.
He didn't stick his hand up to do that
No,
either. They
no.
told him, go tell the teams.
Yeah, but that's kind of the cover ass thing. And that's something he really shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
But
It's that lapse of judgment. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. There wouldn't have been anything malicious about it.
No.
I don't believe. But there are some things in there that are just, they don't look good.
No.
But also, and I'm just going to say it, it's from sort of the conflict of interest org.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah, known for
constantly sort of flashed in that conflict of interest limelight.
Someone always
As
has something
Atletico?
to say about Atletico and conflict of interest.
And so it is an easy target.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying with, you know, a predisposition, misconceptions going into this when people were saying stuff. These are allegations that people are making.
Yeah.
And notice that Zemo didn't comment.
Well, they can't comment. They have to get Mangy to comment for them.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I think there was the barrel of the gun was pointed in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And while yes, we want to encourage people to come into our scene and to, you know, spend money in Australia in the local market, APAC market, that's great. It is the same conversation we have week in, week out on this show. It needs to be done properly or not at all, because it will ruin the scene. The scene is in a bubble.
Yeah.
There are whole panels at events dedicated to talking about how esports, especially in our region, is in a bubble, and we're waiting for it to reach a saturation point and pop.
Yeah.
And all it is if you do these massive events wrong, it's bringing the needle closer.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. There's a few places where big dollars are thrown and they just stuff it up.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, yes, it was their incompetence, but that's then thrown respected people in OCE under the bus.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, you know, after everything's settled, it seems like things ran well.
Yeah.
The teams were happy by all appearances on Twitter. So unless they're talking
Yeah.
privately about it, but we don't
I
have
think
access
all the
to that.
teams that believe they should have gone through.
I agree on the VAC thing. I think that was an issue.
Yeah.
I also agree. I think that should have been decided well before any qualifier.
Yeah,
well
not after they've
before.
flown in and... Oh, no,
Yeah.
well, I mean, it was in the rule book. However, they didn't have a penalty. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's like, you can't do this, but then there wasn't a penalty. and then they instituted a longer sentence than the game's even been out. So it couldn't have been a PUBG VAC ban.
No.
Even if that exists.
It was a VAC ban, and that is one of the only one of the only instances where it's a VAC ban on your account in total.
Yeah,
not
like
a VAC ban relative to the game.
Yeah, I find that surprising.
Yeah, because I mean, we were talking some of the tweets that were coming out about it from the players in question. Like it was, I was an 11-year-old kid on Modern Warfare or something. One of them was that it was ancient history, but that impacted him being able to play PUBG. So. Regardless, it's over and the event's coming up. Like I said, April 25th, 26th, 27th. Make sure you check it out. I've got no idea what the stream's going to be on.
If you're in Melbourne, you can go.
Yes.
It's $80 for the 3-day pass.
Which isn't too bad.
That's not too bad for 3-day pass of what should be some good action.
Yeah, so check it out. Moving on though, IM Sydney.
Yep.
We've got confirmed teams and we've got a recent announcement as well with a female event that's going to be on at the community stage. Why don't we start with the confirmed teams though?
Confirmed teams. So we have Astralis, Cloud9, FaZe, Na'Vi, Renegades, of course, SK, Fnatic, Mouse Sports, and NRG.
Okay.
They are the ones that have qualified.
Please tell me Shaq is coming over with NRG. I want to see Shaquille O'Neal in
Jennifer
the crowd.
Lopez as well?
Yes.
Involved? Yes.
Do hope so.
There's a combo.
Yeah, because that's the big celebrity crowdfunded
That's right.
team, isn't it?
Yep. Everything every order wants to be.
Yeah, so we still got to wait on the 3 OCE teams.
Yes.
And 3 Asian teams.
Yes.
The Asian qualifiers are running currently.
They are.
They had some qualifiers on last night. I believe they'll have some more on tonight.
I believe so.
ESL_CSGO channel. With,
that's about all we have to say about it. Looking forward to the teams qualifying. When they qualify, we'll report on it, and hopefully we'll be able to do something with the show at the event.
There's only a month to go.
Yeah.
Let's improve our stuff so they want us there.
Maybe.
Might even dress properly.
New announcement though, as I mentioned, the female event that's going to be happening at IEM. Do we know much about that, Lewis? Because I have not had time to look at it yet.
So it looks like I'm pretty sure it's 10K.
It is 10K, I know that much.
For female-only event on a community stage.
Yep.
I think that's all we really need to know.
I think so, at this stage.
So community
there's
stage,
a rule book available right now as well. If you go to the announcement, there's a link there for the rule book for any female teams that are interested.
That is one rule book I do not want to write.
Oh yeah.
Because it is fraught with complexities of people who identify as different things and whatnot. I would not want to write that.
Yep.
Absolutely not. It'd be a nightmare.
But it's brilliant that they're putting it on.
Yeah.
Fantastic to see. The community stage is a nice little thing. We commentated the community stage last year for the Rocket League, but they don't have Rocket League, so they've put some female CSGO on, looks like.
They've also got the StarCraft going there as well.
Ooh.
So one of the qualifiers, I think it's the Austin qualifier, for StarCraft Tour is going to be at the IM community stage.
That's cool.
Which is really cool. So looking
Are they doing
forward
the
to that.
Dota finals there or something?
I don't know.
Oh, I think that was supposed to be in the studios.
I think so, yeah. So we'll see. But I am shaping up as more and more information comes out. Of course, we're finding out more about what's going to be going on at the event. Yep. And if you didn't go last year, take your opportunity to buy tickets now and get tickets while you still can, because some of the passes have sold out. So
yeah, they don't open the whole arena. It's only half the arena that's open.
At Kudos
about
Bank Arena.
7,000 seats.
Yeah.
So you do want to purchase those.
We have another breaking news, just as a tidbit to bring into the show. SYF Gaming have announced that they are pulling out of Call of Duty, and that is all they are going to say commenting on it. To quote the tweet, transition away from the Call of Duty scene as we refocus our gaming teams. They do have a link for more details. No further public announcements will be made, !
Ooh.
Wow.
So,
in internet talk, that's firm.
Juicy. I mean, there's been a bit of controversy on the Twitter sphere about SYF of late. I don't really want to go into that and comment on that.
No. There's been a lot. I mean, there's always stuff going on with controversy in esports. Having a look, they're refocusing their esports teams. Today they announced refocusing their gaming teams as they transition away from the Call of Duty scene as part of their plans moving forward, starting Q2 and concluding Q4. So they're planning to obviously set something up in the next the next half of 3 quarters of the year. 2, 3, and 4. Accordingly, they'll see SYF enter a calling off period with their well-renowned team in the Call of Duty leagues. All players in the team free to negotiate as per contractual standing with new organisations, taking the next step forward in their careers. So, fair enough. For any contractual negotiations, contact Mackenzie MKR or Mac Lund. via email, and his email is available there, mackenzie.lund@syfgaming.com.au. So anyone interested in Call of Duty, interested in picking up the old SYF roster, make sure you hit them up.
Yeah.
Other than that, Lewis, we're doing okay on time, kind of, compared to when you're normally on here.
No, we're doing shocking, actually. Yep.
Okay, we're about to, yeah.
Back to your regular back to normal.
So, in terms of what's upcoming, Lewis,
Yeah.
we've got the Dota 2 LAN in Melbourne, Saturday the April the 7th.
Yep, so that is the
Australian Esports Federation?
No, it's the Australia Esports Federation.
Okay.
It is too.
It is, yes.
It is.
The AEF? I'm well versed in the AEF.
Yeah, but I thought
it would. I
thought it had an N.
No. Huh? Bender's coming. Bender's coming. Is Bender going to be on the show? No, he just wants to watch.
Ah.
Yeah, he does. He's thinking about it. Come on. It's all right. Stay there. We'll ask you one question on the show in a minute because we're just about to wrap up. All right. Yeah, what's going on with Dota, Lewis?
There's a LAN at the Melbourne University.
Yes.
That's the thing. All I saw was Melbourne University. Yep, Melbourne University.
Okay, cool. April 7th.
April 7th. So if you like Dota 2 and you are near the Melbourne University, head over.
Cool. Wonderful. Dota. Awesome. Now, the e-gaming award, because we've already spoken to CGPL CSGOs on this weekend. CGPL Street Fighter V is the weekend following.
Yep.
It is an open entry for all APAC residents. Just get to the Cybergamer Studios in Adelaide, buy a competitor ticket online, and you can enter for your chance at a 10K prize pool for Street Fighter. Get amongst it. There's already close to 20 entrants. So, and talking with Steve from Darksided, and he said, well, the FGC scene, it's classic. They'll sign up 10 minutes before registrations close. So
just do it now.
Just do it now.
And then
save
we can
us some panic, and then I can actually get brackets sorted.
And then
we can have a good event.
schedule and
Yeah.
that kind of
We can do show matches.
Yeah.
Maybe. Shut up, James. They have 48 hours to sign up from now. So get onto it, guys. But other than that, let's do our e-gaming award.
That's just us.
It's us.
That's us. Because it's been shocking this week. Actually,
it has
no.
quite literally been a shit show.
It has been, but it's kind of been a little bit of a beaten horse. But I want to discuss it for a little bit. Because
Okay.
I've got a little bit different views on this than some other people do.
I think I do.
It is from the AFL.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, so I've got 2 clips to play.
Ooh.
And I think they're labelled as BT1, BT2, potentially in there for production.
Let's have a look. Let's play clip number 1. This, of course, is Brian Taylor talking about the Essendon Esports Club Bombers.
There is Essendon's esports team, boys. Andrew Rosie Rose is there, and we love him. And Alan Tiger Roger from France is out as well. We love him. Top laner, Sleeping, and Luch is in there. They're all there. All the boys, the League of Legends. They all look rather unique in their own way. Gadget-type operators. How can they all be unique, Peter? Because they're all different, Bruce. Zaho Rakas, computer-type boffins. Up they go. Green couldn't quite reel it in. There's some real nerds in amongst them too. I got to say, that's some of the weirdest commentary I've ever been involved in. There they are. Have a look at them. This is the esports team. It's come a long way since you played Space Invaders. Oh, Richard, have you kept up with all that? Which one's the Hooch? Is it the Hooch or the Luch? Your Luch. So I'm told you are the best player in Australia. Is that true? That is true, yeah. Is the Dusty Martin of esports. Well, have a look at him. Not the normal sort of football following type, but nevertheless very good when it comes to pushing buttons and going left and right. Well done, boys.
Yeah, so...
And welcome, James.
Yay!
Thanks for being on the show for this last moment.
No worries.
How was that scrims, or were you playing official before?
Just practice.
Just practice?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Well, we'll get to you in a minute. Right. But look, Brian Taylor, Lewis, for those that don't know about BT, tell us a little bit about him.
All right, so he's kind of like the meme commentator, you can call it. Like, he's not going to shy away from his opinions.
Yep.
Pretty much that. He's gonna say what he thinks.
Yeah.
And the words used were computer-type boffins, some real nerds there, unique in their own way, gadget-type operators.
Yeah.
Not the normal football-following type, and good at going left and right.
Okay. I mean, look, there was massive outrage from some people on Twitter about this, going like, oh, what bullshit, like, how can we talk about esports people like this? When will traditional media learn? And like people, long-term fans of BT, as a commentator, were saying this isn't good enough. But can we just kind of step back a sec? Like, that is mild for AFL commentary. And for things we say about AFL players in normal life. And yes, it was on a broadcast, sure. But that's BT having a meme. And while, we'd like it to improve, that's probably the best esports coverage we've had in a little while that wasn't written endemically.
If you see him go around the lockers, he's doing that to the players.
Yeah, that's right.
The only thing that it looked like was they didn't have a chance to respond to those statements. Like, you want a bit of to and fro in that.
You do.
Like when one of the commentators got it back on BT after he made a joke at him.
Yeah.
Like, you want there to be some sort of response.
It would have been good to have Luch. I mean, we saw Luch in the locker room. BT's like, oh, now I know, looking for the best player in OCE, Luch. Is he here? Like, you could see that BT had been briefed on who these people are.
Well, I mean, it looks like he'd been given a shit. It looks like they'd gone, oi, next up, we're going to the League of Legends team.
Yeah.
And he goes, what the hell's that? Yeah. So he's there going, oh, Nez, sleeping, we all love him. Yeah. He just doesn't know.
That's it.
And then I think it was Richo made fun of BT after it, though. He went, I think it's changed a little bit since your days of Space Invaders.
Yeah, that's it, you know.
So, I mean, like, even the commentary team, and Bruce McAvaney was like, you idiot.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
James, you're a gadget-type operator. You're a pro esports player.
A little bit.
Was this harmless as a player?
Yeah, this is nothing. This is just football banter.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, I don't think anyone should get too annoyed with this. It's just BT being BT.
Yeah.
As you said before, if you watch him go around the locker rooms, he just gives banter to all the players. It's how it is. It's football. It's a man's sport. Get over it.
And we've talked plenty of times on the show about how we want this kind of banter come at events. Like, we don't want Call of Duty style swearing expletives every single kill across the stage at each other, but you want rivalries and banter and competition on and off the stage. It's marketing. And I think this is, it's harmless fun. It's beating a dead horse because it was a couple of weeks ago, but
he also didn't do sort of the normal talk show thing of just going, it's not sports, it's just people with a controller. Like, he was at least pushing it. I mean, he was obviously pushed to push it, but he was giving it a go.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him.
Yeah, we'll give him the e-gaming award because it's a bit of fun, but I'm
for the what is it, computer-type boffins.
That's it. It's not quite finger-licking good donuts that we get out of ESL Australia, but it's still pretty good. But that almost brings us to the end of the show. But James wandered over here, and we thought we'd trap him in an uncomfortable situation and get him to talk about Counter-Strike. CGPL Nats is on this weekend for autumn. You're the head of the Dark-Sided roster, and you guys have been here for boot camp. How's it going?
It's going pretty well. We've achieved not as much as we wanted, but you know it's sort of hard because Australian CS:GO is all over the place with only a couple teams wanting to practice during the day, and I understand that not everyone's got the opportunity to play during the day as most people have jobs or university. So, but it's going well.
That's good. You've played a couple of officials while you've been here as well. How are you feeling about results at the moment for the team? I mean, it hasn't been CGPL leading up to this LAN. Obviously, that's done, but you're still competing while you're here. What's the feel amongst the team with the results you're getting at the moment?
It's a little mixed. Obviously, we can't be too negative upon ourselves. We're only a couple months old. So in that sense, it's good to have the results that we're having. But just the finer mistakes need to be changed and fixed, and we should be doing well.
Yeah, I think so. Lewis, anything you want to weigh in on, my friend?
Last night, was that a bit frustrating coming back from so far against Greyhound?
The way we lost, it was a bit frustrating. But I feel the game was a little bit closer than the 13-2 halves or whatever they were each. Both teams had a dominant T side. But if you're playing it, it felt a lot closer than just two comebacks. So it is what it is. Can't do much about it.
Yep. Yeah. Well, if you want to check out the CGPL, Darkside will be here, James will be playing, and we might even see a win come out of the Nats. It's been a little while, James.
It's been a while.
It has. Maybe we'll get Darkside on the bandwagon and get James back in that champion status. Hey, Lewis?
Well, yeah. Where are you gonna finish? I think last CGP Land was autumn 2017.
For myself, CGPL, yeah, last autumn. I think I finished 4th then.
I know you got third. You got third. Legacy came 4th. Yeah.
Same. You know, so as long as if it's not first, doesn't mean anything. So
That's
how it is. Going for the first spot.
Well, make sure you tune in this weekend. If you're in Adelaide, come on down to the Cybergamer Studios to watch the Cybergamer Premier League for autumn 2018. That's it from us. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a crap show as always, but you stuck it out. So well done to you, achievement unlocked. Thanks to James for coming on, even though we kind of forced you into it.
No
we might bring you on for an actual segment to talk more CS sometime. Because we might get ourselves organised. But for now, we have had a Twitter poll going on, Lewis, to wrap our show. Do we have a graphic to show these people, or are we just that bad tonight?
Oh,
we're that bad tonight.
It is in the drive, but...
Yes.
It's not in your specific drive. I'd have to...
Okay, so it's not ready for production.
I'd have to actually... maybe
we'll forget it for now. Head over to the Esports Show Twitter. It's a great call to action. Go to our Twitter at the Esports Show, and you can check out the Twitter polls that have been raging. Lewis has been running a competition that's divided the esports scene, asking who has Oceania's best esports club logo. And at the
you're
moment,
still in it.
Are we?
Dark-sided, yeah.
Yeah.
Vote for DS, boys.
So you're actually going... You can actually vote for Dark-sided tonight.
Do it.
Right.
So the last
come on,
poll
we got a better logo than Bombers. What the hell is a plane?
It's a plane, James. It is what it is.
Yeah. You beat the bin chicken. That was the best logo. That was the best
that was gold. That was the
sort
best
of meme logo.
had.
That is Corvidae. Corvidae's got a fantastic logo as well.
They
but,
do.
Yeah, you destroyed Corvidae. It was, I think, 70 or like 81
is
to
that
19
predicting results at LAN, mate?
That is.
And yeah, that is going to be a match. That's your first matchup, isn't it?
Yes.
It is.
In the best of one. And yeah, so you're up against the Bombers. And Mind Freak has actually beaten Tainted Minds.
Ooh.
Which I was surprised at.
Go Mind Freak. Okay.
So we have Dark-sided versus Bombers.
Uh-huh.
The red, black and grey ones.
Okay.
Versus Chiefs and Mind Freak, the blue and white.
Okay. So make sure you get your votes in. Head over to our Twitter. We will be starting to make this show a podcast again because a couple of you have asked for it. I don't know why you'd ever want to listen to our voices. But sure, go for it. We'll provide it if you want it. So make sure you stay tuned to our SoundCloud as well. You can find us there. Just search for the Esports Show. It's the one with the blue. Our faces are on it, and you probably don't ever want to see it again. Thanks very much to everyone who was on. Thank you, Terry, who subbed out for James. Thanks again to Stephen Production, for Lewis, for James, and don't thank me because I'm useless. We'll see you next week on the Esports Show.
Okay, you gotta do it. Boom! That was an absolutely beautiful season.
We've just had a little bit of news. That, whoa. What's that? Raz. Raz is coming in. Raz! Superstar Raz! New Zealand Superstar Raz is coming in! This is going to be good.
It's going to be competitive nail biter.
Like, they run into your crosshair, you just basically tap, and there it goes.
Could even see teams such as Chiefs knocking them up there.
No, I think Greyhounds are going to wrap it up. This is
And
what you
15
get when you relax, boys. Greyhounds, respect. Come on, they're giving it to you now. It's going to be a real knockout. I think Tainted Minds are going to take it away.
Thanks you for watching this presentation.
Somewhat out-aim them and out-tactician them.
And Greyhound are the champions for the series. Woo! Congratulations. How are you guys feeling right now, especially since you guys been undefeated this whole tournament?
Actually, really good. That's pretty insane.
It's pretty expected, to be honest. But you know.
Give us a tweet or give us a shout out. Tell us how we can improve things, and get to see everybody. Giving us a yell, and I had fun tonight.
Counter-terrorists win.